If you're looking to lose weight, what are the fats that you should actually be eating in order to achieve that goal? Today, I'm going to be sharing the top 5 fats that you should be including in your diet in order to achieve your weight loss goal. All right, guys, if you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance. On my channel, I'm typically talking about the science-backed and holistic information that you can use in order to feel amazing again. So if you're looking to achieve a wellness goal, make sure you subscribe. Also, guys, we have a sponsor for today's video. Thrive Market has been a longtime supporter of this channel. I love that their mission is to make it so that these healthy foods are actually affordable and accessible to you. I get a lot of people reaching out to me all the time who are like, where can I get chia seeds? They aren't at my store. Well, this is a really great option. Plus, it's typically 25 to 50% less expensive than retail markets, and it's delivered to your door. To give an example, I get my chia seeds from Thrive Market, and these are typically around $15.99 if you get it from a health food store, but because I'm a Thrive Market, I get it for $7.99, which is half. And you may also even notice some of the fats that we're going to be talking about today are really easy to get on Thrive Market as well. And you get free shipping for any orders over $49. Plus, for the AM peeps, they're going to be giving you guys an additional 25% off in addition to that 25 to 50% off and a free 30-day membership trial. And you can grab the deets for that using the link in the description below. Now, before we dive into the specific fats, why is it important that we actually have fat in order to achieve our weight loss goal? When you're looking to lose weight, the most important factor is to look at insulin. Insulin is our storing hormone. It's also the gatekeeper of our fat cells. So when insulin is present, it physically locks up those fat cells so that it can't release the fat into our system to be used as energy. That means in order to achieve a weight loss goal, we need to lower that insulin response. And when you look at the 3 main macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrates, the one that has the lowest impact on insulin is fat. The one that has the highest, and in fact the skyrocketing impact on insulin, is carbohydrates. So by incorporating some fats and swapping out some of the more dense and refined sources of carbohydrates, this can make a huge impact on reducing the insulin and unlocking those fat cells so that they can actually release the fat to be used as energy. Now, the 5 fats that I'm going to be sharing today are ones that are going to be the lowest in carbohydrates, as well as some of them will contain some other satiating factors that also help to stabilize that blood glucose and therefore stabilize insulin as well. And one of the best examples of this is the very first one, which is coconut butter. If you guys have followed me at all, you know that I love coconut butter and that I use it all the time in my smoothies. It makes for a really great texture in the smoothies while also boosting the satiety because fat is one of those main factors that helps to make you feel full. And coconut butter is different than coconut oil. Unrefined coconut oil is also fantastic. In fact, I use it in my keto coffee every day, but I wanted to bring up coconut butter specifically for this because it also contains fiber. So adding a tablespoon of the coconut butter to your daily smoothie or some other breakfast meal will also boost the fiber as well as the fat. In fact, 1 tablespoon of the coconut butter that you can use in your smoothie will also contribute an additional 2 grams of fiber. So the impact of both the fat and the fiber that's in coconut butter helps make it more satiating and more blood glucose stabilizing. All right, number 2, avocado. Now this goes along the same lines as the coconut butter, and I wanted to bring this one up so that you can realize that you can increase the fats without just having to increase oils or butters. And what's really cool is that just like as the coconut butter, a half of an avocado also contains about 4 to 5 grams of fiber too. And depending on the season and the availability, it's also just one really easy way to bump up the fat of your meal. You can add it on top of eggs or salad, or one of my favorites is to make the SoCal spicy guacamole and put it on top of my cauliflower rice burrito bowl. All right, number 3, grass-fed butter or ghee. So you can use either of these interchangeably. Ghee is just the more clarified version, but they have essentially the same benefits. And 1 tablespoon of either contains essentially 0 grams of carbohydrates. And remember, the carbohydrates are the ones that cause that significant impact on insulin. So by being void of the carbohydrates, it's going to have 0 effect on raising insulin. It's also a great cooking option because it contains mostly saturated fats that don't oxidize. Unsaturated fats are actually really volatile and exposed to oxidation, especially when cooking. It's due to these double bonds that are within the unsaturated fats that make them very easy to oxidize. And when you have polyunsaturated fats with things like vegetable oils, you have multiple points that you can oxidize because there's multiple double bonds throughout that fat. And if you're concerned about saturated fat and heart disease, 2 very large meta-analyses actually found that when they looked at all of the data, saturated fat intake had 0 effect on coronary heart disease, cardiovascular disease, and stroke. I'm going to link both of those meta-analyses below so you guys can check it out. Also, if you're lactose sensitive, sensitive or lactose intolerant, grass-fed butter and ghee are both essentially void of lactose too. Now you can try using a tablespoon to saute your veggies with, or you can even test out the keto coffee, which is my personal favorite. And a fun fact, if it can be kind of hard to wrap your head around butter and coffee, using 1 tablespoon of the grass-fed butter in your coffee is actually the fat equivalent of having a 12-ounce whole milk latte. All right, number 4, fish, chicken, and beef. Now, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you obviously can get in plenty of fat without having to include these animal-based sources as well. But I wanted to include these in this list too, so that you guys can see that you can actually get fat from multiple sources, again, not just butters and oils. Now, because these are animal proteins, they contain 0 grams of carbohydrates that cause that insulin to go up. But it's very important to note here that the quality really matters. So for example, if you have chicken, make sure that it's antibiotic and hormone free, as well as pasture raised. If you're having fish, make sure that it's not farmed. And if you're having beef, make sure you look for grass-fed and grass finished. And of course, there's a variety of ways to add this into your diet. One of my favorite ways is to make Spanish meatballs, which, oh my gosh, are so good. And as a reminder, again, if you're concerned about saturated fat, make sure that you check out those meta-analysis below. And number 5, chia seeds. Chia seeds are probably my favorite source of fat actually to use. No fail, I have chia seeds every day. I especially love them because they are also high in fiber and they're really easy to use. Now, chia seeds don't have as much fat as the 4 fats that I listed before, but because they do also have a really great source of fiber, it makes it an amazing source of fat that you can include in your diet for your weight loss goals. In fact, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds will have about 7 grams of fiber, and this will help to further stabilize those blood glucose levels, stabilize insulin, boost satiety, and tap into fat burning mechanisms. I love making chia brekkie bowls and chia porridges and chia puddings with chia seeds, and it's so easy and requires 0 cooking. It's also really easy to just add a couple tablespoons into any of your smoothies to boost both the fat and the fiber content of your smoothie. And this is something that I typically do with all my smoothies. And if you are looking to lose weight, make sure you check out the 5 best carbohydrates that you can use in order to achieve your weight loss goal right here. Also, if you love this science-backed information on how you can feel amazing again, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.